In ancient China, menstruation was poetically termed "yu shi" monthly matter, a name that echoed the cyclical rhythm of the moon. Yet, despite its natural place in life, menstruation carried a heavy stigma. Limited by the scientific knowledge of the time, many viewed it as a source of bad luck or impurity. In primitive societies, menstruating women were often isolated outside the tribe, feared to bring misfortune. By the Ming Dynasty, the renowned physician Li Shizhen wrote in Compendium of Materia Medica that menstrual blood could harm a man's vital energy, advising men to steer clear. This belief, rooted in superstition, made menstruation a taboo topic, shrouded in secrecy and misunderstanding. Still, ancient women didn't let these biases stop them. With resourcefulness, they crafted a practical solution to manage their periods: the menstrual cloth, a precursor to today's sanitary pads. Known as yu shi menstrual cloth, or menstrual belt, this was the go-to tool for ancient Chinese women during their periods. In an era before mass production and with strict Confucian norms, menstrual cloths were a private affair, their creation a closely guarded skill passed from mother to daughter or shared in hushed tones among sisters. No shops sold these items, and no manuals explained their use. Knowledge was handed down through generations, a quiet testament to female ingenuity. The design of the menstrual cloth was simple yet effective. It was typically a strip of clean fabric, about 10 centimeters wide, with lengths varying by preference. Some versions widened at the center, resembling the wings of modern sanitary pads to prevent leaks. Each end of the cloth had a thin cord, used to tie it securely around the waist or undergarments. The genius lay in the middle, a small pocket filled with plant ash, the burned residue of wood or straw. Plant ash was a natural marvel, highly absorbent, moisture-wicking, and even antibacterial, serving as an early form of sanitary protection. After use, the ash was discarded, the cloth washed thoroughly, and dried for reuse. In meticulous households, alum was added to the washing water for extra disinfection. Wealthier families might replace plant ash with cotton or handmade paper, but these were less effective and costlier, making ash the practical choice for most. The entire process, making, using, cleaning, and storing, was conducted with utmost discretion. Women washed their cloths at night or in secluded spots, ensuring even long-married husbands remained unaware of their purpose. This secrecy wasn't just about modesty. It reflected the societal taboo surrounding menstruation. Openly discussing menstruation was unthinkable in ancient China. Women used subtle codes to signal their condition to family members. For instance, in the Tang Dynasty, a woman might say she was dotting her face with vermilion or wearing a ring to indicate her period, gently nudging her husband to keep his distance. The poet Wang Jian captured this discretion in a verse about palace maids. The imperial pool gleams in spring, its waters flowing through jade channels. Secretly reporting to the emperor of their monthly time, they call for help to wash their skirts. Here, monthly time refers to menstruation, and washing skirts alludes to cleaning menstrual cloths. Palace women had to inform the emperor to avoid duties or intimate encounters, a delicate dance of propriety and necessity. These coded phrases and private rituals reveal how women navigated a society that silenced such topics. The menstrual cloth, though essential, was never sold openly or mass-produced, existing as a hidden cornerstone of female life. The arrival of Western sanitary pads in the early 20th century marked a turning point. In 1920, the American company Kimberly-Clark began mass-producing sanitary pads using cotton fiber and fine gauze. By the late 1920s, these products reached China, with advertisements appearing in newspapers as early as 1928. Hu Shi, a prominent intellectual, published an article in Knowledge magazine titled "A Study on Women's Menstrual Cloths," praising the superior menstrual cloths sold in Western pharmacies. Packaged in boxes of 12, these pads were reusable or disposable, earning Hu Shi's endorsement as the best of their kind. This introduction reflected China's growing exposure to Western innovations during the Republic era. However, after the founding of the People's Republic of China in 1949, material shortages stalled the spread of sanitary pads. For decades, many women relied on folded toilet paper or homemade menstrual cloths. It wasn't until the 1980s, with China's economic reforms, that sanitary pads became widely available, transforming women's lives in just a generation. The story of the menstrual cloth is one of ingenuity in the face of constraint. Without modern technology, women used basic materials, fabric, plant ash, alum, to meet a universal need. From peasant daughters to noble ladies, they crafted solutions with care and discretion, preserving their dignity in a judgmental society. The menstrual cloth wasn't just a tool. It was a symbol of resilience, quietly woven into the fabric of daily life. These women also showed emotional strength. In a culture that stigmatized menstruation, they found ways to communicate their needs subtly, whether through poetic phrases or private rituals. Their ability to adapt with limited resources speaks to a universal female experience, turning necessity into invention. Modern sanitary products like pads and tampons have made life easier, but the menstrual cloth's eco-friendly design offers lessons for today. Plant ash was biodegradable, and the cloth was reusable, aligning with contemporary calls for sustainability. Recent trends, like reusable cloth pads and menstrual cups, echo this ancient practice, blending practicality with environmental consciousness. The past reminds us that simplicity can be powerful. If you found yourself in ancient China during Aunt Flo's visit, you'd be ready. Grab a clean cloth, fill it with plant ash, tie it securely, and carry on. The menstrual cloth, though humble, embodies a legacy of resourcefulness that resonates across centuries. From the secret of menstrual cloth to the mass-produced sanitary pad, the history of menstruation in China is a tale of adaptation and progress. Ancient women used ingenuity to manage their periods, crafting solutions from the simplest materials while navigating societal taboos. Today, we enjoy greater freedom and options, but the spirit of those early innovators lives on. Next time you reach for a sanitary pad, spare a thought for the women of old, whose quiet resilience turned a small piece of cloth into a testament to human creativity.